days I've been grinding and cutting and all that boring stuff. I thought I'd go live again for welding on the blades. So I've got my first blade tacked on or somewhat welded on each side, and I have it offset by 2 inches, and this one is straight. The next one is at 4 inches right here, and I have it angled off at 15 degrees. Geezer, yo, what's up? Same with this one, same with this one. So I'm gonna have this one 2 inches down, this one 1 inch down, and this one is gonna be up with the blade up here, because this is going to be used less often with the log. So I would have the top blade is going to be right here. It's going to cut that first. This is going to cut this one, second, third, fourth cut. So first cut, second cut, third cut, and this will be the fourth cut. Bill, guess what? I got a nasty migraine. I'm sorry, bud. What you need to do is take some Himalayan salt, mix it up in some water, and drink it. It'll go away. And then I have it up at a 15-degree angle, so my top piece will be angled up. So the only pinch point is between this one and this one before the 15 degrees starts, and this in the top blade before the other 15 degrees starts. So as it pushes through, the most spot that the wood will pinch, like I have that, the most it's going to pinch is probably 1 inch, and I don't think that's too bad. So right here, about 1 inch of pinched wood before it opens up and lets the wood go through. So I already have all the blades angled out and cut. This side, all the blades are facing that side with a point. So when I put this on, when it cuts, this is going to be exactly 4 inches, angle the wood out to that way. And the same with this. On this side, I have the angles cut the opposite way to angle it out that way. So I'll set you guys up. And you can use table salt. It's not recommended, but in a pinch you can. Sometimes when I get that, that's what I do with migraines. It's because your head does not have any pain receptions. What it is it doesn't like there's an membrane along your brain, and it stretches and shrinks, and that's what you're feeling with the migraines. And so if you can get water, not really water, because water doesn't help, but you have to, I forgot the technical name of it, but it does help. I do it all the time. I used to have bad migraines. Now I don't. If I start feeling a little bit, put a little bit of salt and some water, pound it down, and a couple hours later, I'm fine. So that's what I'm bringing you guys along. I'm going to start welding this up. I haven't done my top plate. I might put it on first, or I might cut the blade first. I'm not sure. So, what I might do is weld on a couple more tacks. I kind of want to get this really set in there, and then I'll move on to this bad boy. The fun part is welding from the bottom up. I always have it difficult to get it in there, so I try to get this bottom one as tight as I can. What I might do is grind it up real quick. I will throw a couple more beads. So I used this one right here is what I used to kind of clean up the blades on here. Hopefully I don't have to do more of an angle. This should split it and push it out, hopefully. The hardest part about this is everything has to be symmetrical. Symmetrical? Yeah, whatever. And if you have it off just a tad bit, the wood pinches. So that is not the fun. That's the one hassle about it. This is a big one. I want this big one. I lose these guys left and right. Then I broke a tap. So I tapped this side and I ended up snapping my tap. So I ended up just welding some bolts on. I'll show you guys later on in the live when I pull this blade off. I'll kind of show you the setup I have. Oh, it looks like everything fell over. Yeah, it did. Here it is. Found it. It was on the ground. So what I'm going to do right now, and I'll have this more of a solid grinder, and I'm going to clean up these things along here, and then throw another bead of weld on there. And this is 1/2 inch steel, so I'm welding 1/2 inch and trying to make it straight up and down as close as possible. It's hard to measure with the weld on there. Hey Brian, how you doing? Just kind of welding up this wood splitter. We got all the blades cut, the boring stuff that takes forever. It's taken me almost 2 days to finish grinding and drilling and tapping all this. It kind of got a little boring there for a while. So, Joe, you're still building your wood splitter with a slacker. What a slacker! Oh, dude. I know, tell me about it. I'm on like day 4 I'm not a fabber. That's the problem. Like there's these computer programs that you can go in there and it tells you all the diagrams, and you bring it up to your plasma cutter and it cuts it all. This is all redneck wood. The title should be redneck wood splitter is what it should be. Or the forever wood splitter. So I'm gonna clean this up real quick. Now I'm gonna put another bead on each side of this. Hey Josh, how you doing? Getting this wood splitter all ready to go. So I have 5 blades I'm gonna put on this thing. I got my first one set and I'm welding it pretty hard into the bottom because when I go to the top, it's a lot harder to get this stick up there and weld it, especially at 4 inches. So I'm doing a 4 by 4 wood is what this blade's going to be. So 4 by 4, and what it's going to probably end up doing is cutting it at 3 3/4. So I probably should have went to 5. I should have done 5 by 4, but if that's the case, we'll build another blade. I tapped and got the blade in there. I can actually show you guys. So what I was working on, I didn't go live, but underneath here I got all my bolts in. So what it is the blade right here is welded onto this piece right here, which is welded onto there. And this screen's kind of dirty. Yeah. And then I drilled this and tapped this right here. I tapped that. So these go up into there. This side, a little bit different. I'll show you later. But these go right up to here. I dug a hole out with the plasma cutter, dropped the bolt in, and welded the bolt in for these 5. I'm hoping 5 is enough to get it. At 3 significant cam figures, I am gay. I'm gay. I'm glad you're happy today, dude. Every day you gotta be happy. If you ain't happy and something's wrong in life, you just always have to put on your happy face, I guess. I think that's what you're talking about. Hopefully that's what you're talking about. So, hi, the man across where the sun don't shine. How you doing? We are welding up still. My hair's all a mess. But what's up, Buttercup? At least I'm an Aryan. I mean, whoa. So here we go. So, what's up, Crypto Billy? What's up? How you doing? Pretty good. The sun's out shining a little bit, which is nice. Comment down below. I could get my earbuds and talk to you guys while I weld. Or if you just want to watch, thumbs up. We're using 1780. We're using a 7018 welding rod is what we're using, if you want to know. So we've almost used a pound of welding rod already. It's crazy. Okay, I'll show you my welding. So I didn't go to school for welding or anything, but I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys the weld. Here we go. Moment of reveal. So that's kind of how it's welding up. This right up here, I kind of went and ended up going up instead of down. Right here, so I got this lower one welded in, and now I'm gonna put one bead along here and kind of fill that all in. This side's dirty, but I'm gonna do the same thing, so I'm gonna finish cleaning that up. But then I got that bottom one. I'm gonna put another weld right along here, and hopefully that will be enough. And then I'll set this blade at 15 degrees up and go from there. It's kind of chilly out today. There we go. Let's do another weld. Candy, hey, looks like you like to do. Looks like it do. What's up? You can see my light blinking up top right up here. So silly. Hope you're all right. I hope you're all right today. I'm doing pretty good. I will. I will be right back. I'm gonna go get my earbuds so you guys can hear me a little bit better. I'll be right back. Ow! Okay, and I am back. Got some good old Mountain Dew. Everything's reversed in this camera. Let's plug these in. Hopefully it doesn't kill the live stream. Okay. Hope you guys can hear me. I don't know. It said it connected, I think. Mountain Dew for the win. Yep. I might be doing one more weld along here. But she's looking pretty. Little by little. There we go. My hair got into the earbud a little bit. Comment down below if you can't hear me. Because if you can't hear me, then you won't be able to comment. Oh, that's funny. Well, you can't comment, but you won't know what I said. So if I get a comment down below saying you can't hear me, I know you can. Thumbs up for the win. This is how much welding rod I've used on this project alone. You're good about the do. Green hearts. Oh, yeah. That stuff is some of the most poisonous stuff for your body, but somehow I don't know why I drink it, but I do. Gives you fake energy. I don't do energy drinks, though. This thing stuck. Basically just looking at the bubble. Pretty cool to watch and try to move the puddle around. The best way to learn is just do it more and more and more, I guess. But if you're not doing it right in the first place, how is it going to go good in the end? Okay, clean this up. I'm going to do one bead all the way up to the very top of the blade. I don't want to put too many layers on it because, the wood, when it goes through, I notice it gets stuck. I'm trying to create this thing as sleek as possible. Hello, Odin. How you doing, bud? We're welding up this thing. We want to try to finish this today because I have 3 cord to cut of firewood for a lady. And then my brother bought some stuff off of auction yesterday, so I have to go pick that up tomorrow. And then there's a lot of other stuff I have to do this week, so I forgot. But my schedule's full. It seems like you never have enough time in the day. And when the season ends, you're like, oh, I'm going to have all this time. And you end up super busy. So, but I guess it's good to stay busy instead of just being on the couch all day. I don't know. Here we go. So I'm doing the upper half right now. I think I'm gonna have to do one more weld across this thing. It's melting the steel pretty deep on here, so I might have my temp too high. Really don't know. Yeah, I think my temp is a little high. What I might do is turn it down. So this thing right here, I never realized this, but on the box, I bought the E7018, the quart, 1/8. It says 100 to 140 amps, and I have it right at 145. So what I might do is turn it down to 130 and see if I can get away from it melting that steel, because it's putting a pretty good lip in there. So we just turned it down to 130. I was going to do 135, but I decided to do 130. Yeah, it's a little warm. Now I got some dirt, some of this slag pretty deep in there. You have to learn how to push that slag out. Like you see these videos of people that touch the slag and it just like falls off. And a lot of that I think is because they're able to push that slag out. I'm not that good. I'm not learned good enough, but here we go. Let's see if this is going to be the right temp. It's a little bit harder to stay lit. I don't know the exact welding terms for this, but I know if I leave this little puddle, it tends to kill it. It tends to stop the weld. If any of you guys know welding, you guys can give me some tips. Well, this is going on pretty nice right now. Not melting the sidewall as much. So I can stay in my little puddle a little bit longer. Maybe I could turn up just a tad bit more. I don't know. That actually went on pretty well. Sometimes I have to let it cool down before I chip it off. I don't know why, but it chips a little bit easier. Yeah, if I end up doing one more weld along here, I got a perfect spot for it, so why not? Yeah, that didn't melt it as much, but I still have maybe I'm moving a little too slow. Might speed it up too. But I'm thinking this right here is going to stick very well. What I might do is take the grinder real quick. What's the matter, chicken? You stuck in a cardboard box? My chicken's over there just stuck in the cardboard box. It can't. There it goes. It got out. Sometimes they don't make sense. Hey, someone that looks like Arabic or at said hi. How you doing, bud? We're welding up a wood splitter right now, and we finally got all the blades there. I put 5 blades on. It's going to be a 4x4 piece of wood that I split. Got angled 15 degrees out and 15 degrees up. Hopefully that's enough not to get my wood pinched. Sometimes I tend to go overkill with the welding, but I've learned more welding is better than less welding because um, I've had these break off 100 million times, and I'm tired of them breaking off. So we are welding it on like there's. Where did I put my welding rod at? I thought I brought one over here. Man, I better put it back. Well, I thought I brought one over here and set it down, but I must not have. Oh, life. When life throws you lemons, make lemonade. So right now I'm just kind of looking at that puzzle, trying to not leave it, but not be in it too long. Because I notice I think I'm spending too much time in it. Because I'm getting my steel too hot in it. I'm going to try to speed it up just a tad bit. Get both sides melted in. I know you want the steel melted, you just don't want the rod to leave a bead. You want to melt the steel on each side, I think. Yeah, I went a little bit faster on that one. I only used one welding stick and I was using 2. So Let's see. Oh yeah, that's not a bad weld right there. Yeah, I think I was going too slow. That's really good. That's one of my best welds today, guys. I'm proud of this weld. Oh yeah, I like that weld. I'll show off that weld. Here, I'll show you guys this weld because I like this weld. Man, my nose running. Yeah, look at this weld. I think this is one of my best welds so far. And a lot of you guys will be like, I can weld better than that. Yeah, probably you can't. But look at that. Like I sped it up a little bit. There's a little bit of melting down in there. But I think it looks okay. And I might just call that a day for this side. I'm going to do one more weld right along here. Hopefully I can make it look as good as that. And then we'll get on -2. Yeah, no, -1. So I have, what? Almost lost y'all. So I have it set up where I have, this is 0, +1, +2, 0, and -2. So I'm going to start at -2 after I weld up 0. Once I get 0 welded up, I'm going to start on -2, 1 inch down, +1 will be 1 inch down 2, and then -2 will be up next to the top blade, and +2 will be up next to the top blade too. Here, let's throw a bead on this real quick. I've tried to weld. I don't understand how you start out blind. Oh, you don't. So this one actually just turns automatically. The other ones you have to just drop your helmet like that, and then as soon as you arc it, you can see, kind of. So I guess I remember. Sometimes you can't see it and you end up way off. There we go. And if you don't use a helmet to weld, your eyes feel like there's sand in it. Don't ask me how I know that. I was looking at the Bible, following the lava, looking at the Bible, following the lava. Oh no, I think I'm going fast. There we go. Oh, come on. Keep it slow and steady. I just keep going. Yeah, it's not gonna look near as nice. I'm too busy. But hey, this is the world. Okay, we use one stick again. Oh, nice. I must have been using a cheap hood. I don't know. I just don't understand how you're supposed to know where you're going. So kudos. I have a family of welders. Oh, oh yeah. No, I don't know either. I just, when I pop up my hood and I look, I'm like, yes, I followed the right path. And then sometimes I pop up the hood and I'm like, oh, I didn't follow the right path. Oh, hey, that broke off pretty good. Actually, this one's not too bad. I thought it was going to be worse. That actually looks pretty good right there, actually. I like that. Yeah, that looks. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to leave that. I think this weld right here should hold 20 tons of force. Hopefully. Time for the test. Jingle bells. Okay. Now I'm going to put on -1. This guy is this is my +1. Here's -1. Here's my -1. So now what I have to do is bring it 4 inches out. Put on my 15 degrees, which is kind of hard to see right now. Oh, there it is. Let's bring that back. I want to go an inch down. So this would be number 2 to start cutting wood. There's my inch down. I'm measuring at 4 inches from the outside of my blade, so the thick part of my blade. That's what I want. And then, let me look. I want the back to be 4.5. So we'll go back here, 4.5, right about there. Where are you going, chicken? I think, pretty sure it's 4.5. So 4.5. That's where I want my back end to be. My front be 4 inches right there. So I'm thinking this is where I want it. Oh, that's a lot taller. Oh. Hi. Hi, Hunter. Oh, man, someone wrote a lot. Candy. Jack. I stick to my flowers. Ooh, okay. LOL, you're funny. AF. AF. I forgot what these things, and you probably can hear me thinking in my own brain, which is no bueno. Get that straight up. This is very important if you want your wood, firewood, set symmetrical. That looks pretty good. Bring this. I probably could get away with. Oh, come on, Bill. There we go. That's straight up and down. Inch in. Yep, inch in. This one's 2 inches. And we are a tad bit over 4. But I like it. And then the back half should be 4.5 or 4. Let's do 4 3/4. I'm gonna bring it back just a tad bit. And then when I weld, you have to weld on each side because it'll get hot and pull it this way, or then it'll pull it this way and pull it and pull it and pull it. So you have to tack weld it up, and I forgot to grind that because I wanted to see my marks. So here we go on welding -1 on, and hopefully it stays. Come on, let's go. Come on, Russ, just weld. Nope, nope. Ah! Thanks a lot. I don't want to struggle with this. I'll put that flag over there and try to plop it in there. So I'm just doing a tack weld right now. And as you can hear, I'm struggling. We'll save you for a later date, buddy. You broke on me. So I'm just tacking this up, trying to get a idea. And then sometimes you just got to start welding as fast as possible. There's the back tack. That looks pretty straight up and down. Let's do the front. Oh, I just messed it up. This is the problem when you don't grind anything first. Yep. I pulled it. I pulled the top half over. There we go. Try to get this packed in here. Maybe I need to turn up my 10. Okay. So when it's not perfectly, whoa, someone's saying hi. Hi, Hunter Base. Hi, 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 hi. How you doing, bud? We are getting a wood splitter. We're doing a 4x4 wood splitter. Trying to get everything somewhat, oh, that's off. Somewhat symmetrical, because I've noticed the more symmetrical that you have it, the less it binds when you cut wood. Don't ask me how I know that. So we're right about 4 inches in the front and 4.5 in the back. That's kind of what I wanted. Yeah, this right here is, as long as I can keep this same from melting to one side to the other side, I think we'll be good. So I have a problem not grinding. I have everything marked out, but I noticed when I don't grind, it doesn't go on very good. Ain't gonna work. Oh, guys, this is why I'm running farmer's weld. Is because I don't grind. Here we go. Let's do a couple more tacks. Measure this out. I could do 3, but I want to kind of do 5 just when I have those bigger logs, it can cut the outside of it. And that's going to be, my main log is going to come in right here and split on these main three. The out two, that's why I'm putting those up farther, is because they'll cut the exact same time as the top blade, but it will be less often, so I won't have to use as much hydraulic pressure, in theory. Here we go. Get my bubble. There we go. Go a little bit faster, not too fast. I'm gonna stop halfway so I don't melt the side all the way to the other side. I'll just go for it. I don't care. We're going for it. This one's going down pretty good, so I'm gonna just keep going for it. Alright, so that gets on this. Okay. Hey, it stayed up pretty straight, I think. That's it. Pretty good to me. I like her. Clean up this weld a little bit. Yeah, we did. That. Where did my... There it goes. Ooh. Hey, that's not too shabby of a weld. Now the other side's going to be even funner because I only have 4 inches to work. That right there is a nice bead. That's a good first bead, I think. Like, there we go. I think turning it down did kind of help a lot with the bead. So now the fun part is getting in here on this side of the -1 to weld. So I'm gonna have to hope for the best, and if you never do it, you never learn. So here we go. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Oh, come on. There you go. Come on. There we go. There. Keep that bubble there and go. Not too fast, not too slow. Keep it nice, even low. Not both sides. There we go. Not too fast. There we go. That's perfect speed. Put my hand. How much more do I have to go? Just gonna stick. Feels like there we are. Hey, we got another one welded up. That melted my glove. Sorry about that. So another thing is it's going to be hard to get a grinder on this side. So I'm going to have to try to keep these welds clean as possible. It's kind of a little narrow weld. Went a little too fast, I think. but this is our first of many welds. Actually, not too shabby. I noticed the more welds I put on it, the better outcome. See that right there? Like if I trust my welds, I would just use that because it's so narrow and just like so sleek and so beautiful to go through. That would push the thing right off. So we have to do more. So there we go. Let's do number 2. I should keep track. Man across where the sun don't shine is melting somehow. Why are you melting, bud? I don't understand that smiley. It's like you're like, here we go. Beautiful day out. A little chilly, but it's so. Another problem I've had is I have it rained a lot here. Oh, that messed me up. The wind's kind of blowing a little bit, so it rained a lot. So my welding rod kind of got some moisture. It didn't get rained on. It just I noticed when it rains, there's a lot more moisture in the air, and it's breaking my tip a little bit more. Okay, uh, welding rod number 2 on this side. What you doing, chicken? Something chasing you? Where's your buddy at? Okay, here we go. My chickens like just to panic and then they run as fast as they can. And I'm like, what is going after my chickens? And I look and it's just the wind behind them or something. Here we go. This is why, because I didn't grind it. But that's okay. We'll get it to work. Cut both sides. Stay consistent. There we go. Probably should go back and watch this to see how fast I'm actually going. Like the old ball, the new ball. Ah, there's that. And we are done. Used by the rod. Whoop, whoop. I wish we had a Bluetooth welder so I didn't have to deal with this cable because this cable gets in the way. Oh, yeah. She's looking pretty. She's looking pretty terrible. That's not too shabby. I think I could be a little bit more consistent. I have speed, slower, speed, slower, speed, slower. So I do need to get more consistent in my welding. I think a lot of that is trying to push the stick into it and pull the stick back. I tend to, it kind of more of a jolty thing. So somehow I need to get more stable with that. but we're getting there. Okay, now time for this side. Ting-a-ling-a-ling-a. So, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll try to tell you the answers to the meaning of life. Not quite that. Not quite that far. I the 3W questions, I do know the answers, but those are the three big questions of life that it's very hard to explain, very hard to know, and a lot of people don't know them. And I am in trouble because I think this thing almost looks like it's opening on the top, but we'll load up this side and see if we can bring it back over. Okay, here we go, guys. I need a Bluetooth welding. Push flag out. Move forward. Melt steel. See if it's resistant. Now pour a cable. Hold the cable. And I just messed up. There we go. A little shaky. Well, this is good. Weld and get both sides welded together. That'll be good. And we are at the end. There we go. Okay. Whew. 1 minute, excuse me. For some reason, my nose is kind of clogged up today, and I don't know why. Oh yeah. My problem sometimes is I think out loud. So sometimes you have to walk yourself through this life to figure out the meaning of life. But I'm kind of glad I turned it down. I turned down that, and it's looking a lot better. Putting a lot better weld onto this. Like I'm liking it. Now I want to do this top half right over here, and see if we can get a couple more solid welds into this thing. Hopefully, I probably should have done a 4.5. So when I cut, it went to 4. I might be doing 3x3s. Everyone's gonna be like, "It's too small." So I'm gonna have to do a bigger one. Well, we'll figure it out. I was clogged up over the weekend. It felt like crap. Yeah. Also, probably why you have no. Also, probably why you have no black friends. Because I'm sick? No. How do you know I have no black friends? That's my question for you. And here we go. We'll weld on the top half. Keep it consistent. Melt the top. Come on. Don't get out on me. There we go. Melt it in. On the handle. There we go. We want this thing to stick for 100 years. So we're going to melt it, turn the fire, follow the heaven. Oh, come on. I need a Bluetooth welder. No! There we go. Keep going it. Push, 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 push. And we're almost to the end. There's the end. There we go. Okay. Also, probably because you talk out loud. I have to talk out loud. Oh, when I'm welding? Well, sometimes I've noticed if, like when I paint lines or do something, sometimes I have to talk out loud so I don't forget what I'm doing. But sometimes I'll be working, and I get caught up in my own head, and I forget what I'm doing until the end of the line, and I'm like, uh-oh, I was painting the line, and then my whole mind wandered off, and now I went over the line. So sometimes I talk out loud so I know what I'm doing and keep track of what I'm doing. I think everyone does that though. And I'm trying to give you guys what I'm doing down here. How about that? I'll just say that. I'm explaining to you guys what I'm doing. That weld was not the best. I'll tell you that right now. I messed up that weld pretty darn well. Okay, that's 1, 2. Number 3 on this side. If you have a lot of splatter, turn your heat up some. Actually, a lot of my splatter went away. I was splattering pretty bad, and I have a little bit of beads here and there. But okay, I'll turn it up. I might turn it up a degree. Let me do that. I'm gonna turn it up. I'm at 39. There, I turned it up just a tad bit because it has been doing a little bit better when I had it up to 145 and it was a little too hot. So I turned it down, but I would turn that back up a little bit. Okay, here we go. On side, this side, the hard side. Come on, Bill. There we go. Now it's sticking. Come on. Okay, let's try that again. Get a good position. Okay, here we go. There we go. I like hearing the lava still melting under the power of a rod. They push and pull. Oh, come on. And sometimes it just randomly stops. And then I went off track. Go back on. Okay, come on. There you can do this. And here we go. And there we go, guys. Turning it up a little bit might have helped. We'll keep doing a couple more welds. The thicker the material you need, the more heat. Yes. Oh, wow. Okay, someone wrote a lot. Let me read this. I weld for a little bit. Okay. Daniel Posey. Yes. The thicker the metal, the more heat you need. Hold your rod at a 45-degree instead of straight like what you're doing. Look better. At a 45? So you're saying right about there? That's 90. 45. Okay. So right about that angle. I'll try that. Okay, we'll put another weld on this side. This one went on pretty nice. I kind of have a little bit slow and fast speed on this, but the overall looks pretty consistent. I think I can get a little bit more consistent on this. So this one right here, I'm going to go right down the middle. I'm going to do another weld on that. Let's see. The longest side that is squares 90, I mean 45. Yes. Push your welding rod a little, then bring it back and keep doing that. It's called pushing and pulling method. Yeah, I like kind of like flick it in or like this. Okay, here we go, boys. 45. Try to keep it at a 45. Although I want to know what 45 is because I can't see it when I weld. So 90 degrees, 40, 45. So right about there. Or is he talking 45 this way? I don't know. Try to keep it at a 45. See what happens. My brother's a pretty good welder. I am not. Oh, come on. Push and pull. Push and pull. Come on, no! I have to clean that up. Hey, that actually looks pretty good. I might have. I might have to need to speed it up a bit. I got a pretty big bubble there. Okay, here we go. Push and pull. 45. 45. Push and pull. Push, pull. Push, pull. Push, pull. Well, we made it to the end, boys. Yeah, speed up some. Don't stay in the pedal too long. Yeah, I think I was staying in it too long up here. Here, I'll show you the weld. See what you think. I'm gonna have to weld up right here. 2 more welds probably. Actually, probably gonna say I need it a little bit hotter. Here we go. I'll show you the weld. So here's the weld right here. Put pretty big bead on it. There's on that side right here. I need to put another bead along there. I think this one. Come on. How's the wood splitter coming along? Said Josh. I got my second blade going, almost for my third blade. This side, the top to do, and hopefully I can start split wood. I tapped and dyed all the bolts underneath. So this is what's holding the blade up, and this thing is tapped, and I have 5 bolts on each side. Hopefully the 5 bolts is enough to handle 20 tons of pressure pushing through this. I like the second pass on this side right here. I like the second pass on the first side. This one? I don't. This side, right here. Yeah, I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna put one more up top right here, and one more down right here. I'll probably call it on that side, and then I need to do the same. I'll put one right down the middle, kind of like how I did this side, right here, and then I'll be putting another blade on. Looking good. Thanks, bud. It's been oh, come on. Now I messed up my camera. Oh no. It's been a long process. Like it's taken me days to get this. I don't know why I always think it's going to end up faster. It never does. Can you guys still see? Yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now I've been welding on one side and I switched to the other side of the weld. So the heat kind of brings it like this. And like I weld on this side and it goes, and I weld on that side and it goes, and I weld on that side and it goes, and hopefully by the time I'm done welding, it's straight up and down. You're still learning. Take your time and learn instead of speeding through and messing up a lot. Yes. So I've gone to probably 20 pounds of rod on this wood splitter alone, and I finally got to the point where when it pushes the wood against it, it doesn't pop it and fly it. So I'm learning a little bit, but practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. And if I'm not practicing perfectly, then I'll never get it right. So that's why I take advice. If you have some advice to help me out, I will take it 110% because I know I'm not perfect. And if your advice doesn't work, then I won't do it again. Or maybe I will. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not perfectly practicing the advice. Okay, let's do the other side. Here we go. The tough side. Actually, the tough side is going to be welding up here, coming up in here and welding that. That's what's going to be fun. I'm not looking forward to that. Okay, I'm going to pull and flick. 45 degrees. Get my welder over here. Come on. Yep, I messed up this one. That's okay. I just put another weld down. Just control. Just control. Just control. Ah, come on, baby. There we go. And there we go. Got another one down. See how it looks. Yeah, I went a little cuckoo right here. I brought it back together. That actually looks, I think his name's Daniel. Thanks, Daniel, for the advice. It's actually looking really, really sexy. We'll do that side. Man, that's some beads there, if I'm saying so. The only way I look at it is if you are learning to learn. Most people nowadays don't even try. No, exactly. I I tend to jump in head first, and I go until I get it somewhat good. Hopefully, somewhat good. As long as it doesn't break when I push 1,000 cord of wood to it. That's all I'm asking for. Here we go. Well, on this side, push and pull and do it 45 degrees. Mount both sides of the steel, hopefully. There we go. 45 degrees. Push, pull, pull, pull. There we go. Push, 45. Come on. Push and pull. Yeah. Oh, come on. There we go. We're almost done. Woo! We put a beat on there, boys. 3 passes should hold those blades. They should. But the more welds, the better. How many passes have I put on? I put 1, 2, 3. I might put 5 passes. Go above and beyond. Oh yeah. If you're a good welder, 3 passes would probably be enough. I just don't take risks. Actually, I do take risks, but I tend to go overkill, and I never know when to stop welding because I know if I underweld it, they just break off. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have 1 more. I might just do 5. This side actually looks fairly decent. This side does have 3. That looks pretty, come on, pretty sturdy. So I might leave that and see what happens. I do want to do 1 more pass right here. I think it'll look better. Yeah. Oh, should I do 1 more pass? I don't know. I do want to do 1 more pass right there. I will do another pass right here. But first, I have a little bit of speckling on this thing, so I'm going to take that off. There we go. I'm going to do 1 more pass on this side and look at it and see. Man, I got warm. Thanks for all the likes, guys. Got 12 likes. I like turtles. Here we go, guys. 1 more pass on this side and probably call it good. 45 degrees. Push. Push. Okay, that looks good. Get rid of that junk. Yeah, that right there. Oh yeah. Man, thanks for the advice, Daniel. This slack is actually dropping off a little bit easier. Before I was had to hit it with everything I had, and it's actually coming off a little bit better now. I appreciate that. I'm not very consistent yet, and you can really see that the consistency is lacking. I'm pushing too far at sometimes and not push. Hey, chicken, what's up? You lay me an egg today? Thanks, Daniel. You can't get on YouTube and search learning how to stick weld, and you can watch videos on how to make different welds. Yes. I have looked a little bit. I need to do more. Like this one thing, like usually I look at YouTube and I really do a lot of research. And welding's one thing I haven't. I've looked and kind of got the basic understanding and how they have it underneath the light and show you. So I have looked a little bit into it. Josh, you'll be a pro in no time. Hopefully, the more you weld, the better you'll get. It just takes time. Yes, exactly. Everything does. My chickens are running around. YouTube is my best friend, and if I don't know how to do my best friend, oh yes, yes, me too. I liked it when you could actually see the thumbs up and the thumbs down on the videos, so you would know, like if it was like 100,000 thumbs up and 200,000 thumbs down, then I know it's not a good video, and most of the people don't like it on a certain technique, or if that person was telling the right way to do it. But now you have to watch the video, and it kind of sucks because it kind of makes it to where the faults people you can learn the wrong way a little bit easier than before. But I guess that happened like 3 or 4 years ago. So I'm gonna do one more beat on this side, finish it up, just so I have confidence in my welds, in my blade, and hopefully it never pops off. So that's probably what I'm gonna do on this side. Call it good, and then I'll probably put plus one blade on first, and then I'll probably work on the -2 and plus two blade. We'll find out. Here we go. Fire in the hole. ~5 degrees. Now I have to clean that up because I panicked. I panicked in the weld. Oh, that was actually looking really good too. Oh, that looks really good. And I panicked. I sat there and panicked. Okay, no panicking allowed. Here we go. 45. Oh, come on. Well, I think blade plus -1 is done. And that's pretty good. Oh, that popped up really good. I like that. Okay. Now we're going on to, I'll show you guys the weld real quick. And Daniel's still on. He can see if he likes it or not. pop this hood off. So now we're going on to, I'll probably do the other blade first. I watched different videos on the same thing. I want to know to see which one is easiest and the best way to do anything. Yes, I'm still here. Here we go. There's the last weld right there. That one I do. Oh, come on, focus. There she is. I kind of slowed down a little bit right through here. No, I sped up. But look at that. I think that's a lot more consistent than that one or this one. This one I was yanking and pulling pretty hard. But that right there, that's a little bit better. Right there, I kind of piled up a little bit. And it's not melting too much into that steel. Over here, I don't know if you can see it, but I was really melting into it a little bit. Those look good to me, a lot better. Oh, thanks, bro. We're getting there. We're figuring it out, little by little. Put you guys back up here. There we go. Okay, now for the fun part. Is 4 inches over. Actually, what is? Kind of want to get another blade on there, but I'm running. Which one's this one? Oh, this is -2. The problem with -2 right here is I'm getting towards the very end, and I need 4 inches. Oh, I could just drop this sucker down in here. It's gonna be a little bit hard to weld. Actually, that's not a bad idea. It actually fits perfectly in there. But then that goes straight. So I'm gonna have to somehow diagonal it out. That's going to 3. 4 is right. Yeah, this is going to be a fun weld. Especially when I have nothing to hold it into place. I just have to tack on the backside to do it by hand. If I tack on the front at 4 inches, and I can adjust the back. So I'm going to do mark 4 inches right on that. 4.5 way out here, but I don't know how to get this thing to stay up here by itself. Mark that 4 inches. Right on the edge. So what I'm going to do, when you don't know how to do something, you just try until it succeeds. So that's what I'm going to do. Laying an egg chicken. Okay, so I'm going to hold it up there by hand because I don't know what to do. Grind the edge of your blade at a 45 degree. So I did bring them down a little bit, but not all the way to a point, not like that. I did do a little bit of grinding. Okay, here comes the fun part. It's trying to weld something into thin air and making it stay. So we want this bad boy right here. I'm going to just tack her on. Hope for the best. Come on. Oh, ow, this thing's hot. Oh, hot, 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 hot. Ah, it's burning my hand. I need to get some welding gloves. Just give me a good tack, please. Ah, why are you burning my hand? Oh, come on, why won't you weld? You silly goose. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. Okay. Whew. I think that was an epic fail. This thing is hot, hot. And it was burning my hand a little bit. What I need to do is create a form. Let's see if we're at. We're right on 4. But back here, we need to go out a tad bit further. Ooh, that's actually not a bad idea. I just thought of a genius idea. Why did I not think of that sooner? We'll put this guy up here, take my clamp it to that, and then I can take this, clamp it here, and then I can bring it out, and then we'll take this 3/4 inch right here, use it as a weight to hold it up there. I can bring this 4.5 inches out and let it drop on my toe. Right there. 4.5. Please stay. Nope. Nope. Stay. Please stay. Please stay. There we go. But that's not 4 now. That's not good. That's just under 4. So I need to bring this out just a tad. I need a little hammer. This is why I don't have good tools, because I use hammers. Steady if you're going straight into tacking, it slides your stick just past your tack spot and drag it. The rod gets to strike it. Okay. 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 Now we're talking. I need a bigger piece. Why are you doing that to me? Okay, let's go this way. Let's go this way then. Okay. Steady. Slow and steady. Wins the race. Okay. So we're at 4 inches right now. Perfect. The backside, we're 4.5. I got a big gap to weld. I got a really big gap to weld. Let's bring you guys. Ah! Why did I scream like that? Okay. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm gonna tack this up real quick. Hopefully it doesn't fall on my head, because I'm shimmy rigging this whole thing. Oh, come on. Please don't. Please don't. There we go. Stay steady. Oh, come on. A good tack on here. Uh, I this is not working. Not working at all. Oh no, it's falling. It's falling on me. Uh, nope, not working. Oh, this is not working. I need to add something to it. Yep. Now we just keep putting weld into it. I don't know. I don't like it. I have too much to weld in. That thing dropped. Oh, my hair is burning. Somehow I got hair burning. Turn your heat down on overhead welds so your puddle don't fall. Okay, that's actually a good idea. I'm gonna. I wish I had a better spot for y'all because it's just stuck to the door and it keeps. So I need to turn down my heat just a tad bit. I need to buy a better gimbal so you guys can actually. Let me see if I can get this thing to work. The door is not working that well. Now I'm going to be in the way. Use some metal rod as a filler for the gap you have to weld. Turn it to the left. Yeah, I'll move you guys over here. To the left. Last time I had it, I kind of welded my turn camera to your right. Is that better? I have some filler rod. I don't know how to use it. I don't know if that. Talking about this, Daniel? These? Actually, I got something right here. Let's take that off. This thing needs to pop up a little bit higher. Could tack that in there. So I'll tack that in there first. And then when in doubt, throttle out. Leave the camera there. Okay. Use what you think will help fill it. I used a thick piece of bolt. Hopefully that works. But I need to measure this again. Might have to bring that out. Yep, I'm gonna have to bring that out. I need to create a 4x4 piece of channel iron, so I could have just slapped it in there. And come on, baby. There you go. Come on. Quarter of an inch, eighth of an inch. There we go. Right there. 4.5 in the back, 4 inches in the front. I'm gonna tack that right here. And I'm still off. But I think that's a little bit less of a fill. Woo. So you're getting party. So I have a lot of fill to do on this one. But let's see. Her height looks pretty good. That will work. Oh yeah. And the inside, we're looking at, that's 3.5 inches. That's not good. This side's 4. What am I doing? 4.5. Oh, yeah. We can do. How much is this? This is 1, 2, 3, 3/8. So 1, 2, 3. Let me bring that in. And this is right there. Okay. Oh, we have a lot of welding to do, boys. 4 inches right here. 4 inches. 4.5 to get my 15 degrees on the backside. And we have a crazy, crazy gap on the inside of this. Tack both sides before you weld it up. Okay. Inside and outside blade of the filler rod. See, I'll have to show you what we're gonna have to fill up. So there's the inside. So I'll probably weld this guy in first, right here. Weld it in down here, and then I'll find another bolt put right here and weld that in. So we have a lot of welding to do. I don't know if there's an easier way. Probably is. But if you're not a welder, you just decide and you go and you put as much welding rod and Mountain Dew that you can. So here we go. I want to move this clamp. I don't like that clamp sitting here. I might put it right there. I'm going to take my grinder and kind of clean this up. Put that there. I want to throw a bead along this right here. Hopefully we get, nope, no easier way but to fill it. Oh, perfect. That's what we're doing, boys. We're filling her. Here we go. This one's going to be fun because I'm just going to fill her up, and I can't grind it, so that's what's going to be. I'm going to have to do a pretty good weld so the slack comes out of it. I probably should have welded this before I put my blade on. Melt her in there. Now, where did I put my right? Yep, exactly what I thought. Oh yeah, she cleaned up. And that's why I buy pounds of rod at a time, because they sell welding rod in these little containers. And I was like, I would use that in 2 passes. Get the swag out of there. Try to push up, pull, push. Now each side of the steel, push, back, pull, push, pull, push. Get it so it sticks. That's the most important thing. Keep cutting on me, but push, push, push. Multiple sides. Put it in, push it in. There we go. Woo! So we got the first weld in here. I might come in and cut that. Oh, that's actually a good handle. That's actually genius. I can grab this and put it up on the wall when I'm done. So we almost got this rusty bolt welded in there. Trying to get this slag out, and it hit me in the face. Okay, now I'm gonna weld down here. Woo, that's hot. Put some more filler in the gap. Here, Daniel, I'll show you real quick kind of what I got on this side. We're pretty full. I'll show you real quick. So here it is. So I have a little indent right here that I fill up. This thing right here is pretty much, I could do another weld, a couple welds across there, and that would be full. I want to get this welded up right now. It will help to hold your puddle when welding. Okay, especially with this. It's 1/2 inch thick steel, so I'm not dealing with pop cans. So I can hold it there a little bit longer, that's true. I'm gonna weld up the side of this right here. That's the amazing thing about welding. You can just keep adding and adding and adding and adding and adding. Daniel, yes, but you need a filler rod in between the filler rod and the blade. Oh yes, right here. Yes. I have to look around. Oh, I got a drill bit. I could put this drill bit right there. I'll find something to throw in there. Here we go. I have a little bit of slag up there that I don't like. Try to get that out. Slag is bad when you want to drill a hole in there because it grabs the drill bit pretty bad. And you can't drill when you have slag up in there. So I want to kind of get that slag out. Will I be drilling up in there? Probably not. But you never know. I had one of these things come off and go right in my arm yesterday. And it hurt. Yes, that will help hold your overhead weld. Hello, Alex. How you doing? Hello, William. Hi. My name is Bill. We're welding up this wood splitter, and I had to put an extension on here because I'm gonna have to do that for the top two now. Who cares? We'll figure it out. We take one step at a time, and now we're going to do welding this way. I could take off the whole blade and turn it sideways and weld it, or just send it. I'm sending it. Here we go. I have to turn this up. I turn it down. I don't know which one. Come on, please. There we go. blowing out the other side of this thing. I think once I get through that, again, there we go. There's that little indent on the top side. The puddle's staying up in there pretty good. I can feel it on my hands when it drops though. You have to go through pain to win. Nothing in life is, whoa! Nothing in life is free. If you don't endure pain, you will never succeed. It's actually coming together pretty good, boys. It probably looks pretty rough on camera, but down here, it's being welded. Oh yeah. Here we go. Let's finish welding this up. Hard to get my puddle going down here. It's melting in there pretty hot. I went a little fast right there. Something's melting, I can smell it. And I haven't, there we go. Oh, come on. Almost done. My poppy circuit is getting pretty warm. There we go. We went all the way through. Now I want to go up top and weld that top one in. Oh yeah. It's a lot easier welding down, I've noticed. I start welding at funny angles. It tends to get a little bit rougher, but there we go. Now I'm gonna come back up here, finish welding this thing in. Get warm out here. We're going though. Does that look funny? Oh wait. So this one is 2 inches back. This one's 1 inch back, and this is at the very beginning. I don't plan on using this blade a lot because most of the wood should split to these right here. But I don't want to leave this out because then you get a big chunk when you're on that side. It falls on this side, and I don't want to walk around the whole wood splitter and pick it up. So this is an emergency cutter. And we're welding on the inside, boys. It's hot, but here we go. Push and pull, push, push and pull, push and pull, push, pull, push and 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 pull. Now I'm in this dip right here, so I'm pretty deep in here. So I'm trying to melt both sides of this steel pretty good. And now try to push my slag out because it's going to get slag out of the hole, I've noticed. And don't know how to get it out. So I'm just kind of trying my best here. Woo wee! There's a whole rod down. There. Clean this up. I notice if I don't, when I get a new rod, if I don't clean up an inch, a couple, half an inch or an eighth of an inch of my old weld, I tend to get little gaps in my weld. So I notice if I clean up my weld before I start a new one, it tends to have a cleaner, and I'm not sure why that is, but if I don't clean it, I get this like pinhole in my weld. Both sides. I got a pretty big puddle in here. Trying to push it up, melt the sides down, kind of get both metals, the metal melted together. And I know if it's just the rod that I'm putting in, it doesn't hold. Like I have to like melt each side of the metal into it. Okay, I'll show you guys. Let me clean it up. And this is pass number 2. It's getting warm out here though, which is nice. The sun is, all the welding is just in. I'm warming up while I'm welding out here too. And that slag likes to get in your eyeball. Like, wow. Real glasses. That was hot. I think I need to do another pass through here, but it's getting there. And I burnt the heck out of my eye. The slag is in here that pops out. It goes boing. No pain, no gain. I don't know why, but I always get something in my eye. Oh yeah, she's filling up nice. Thanks to Daniel for telling me to put some filler rod in here. Bolts. The steel's pretty warm, like hot. Okay, do another pass through here. Down here, it looks, I might do another pass a little bit later when I start welding everything up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put another pass down through here and hope for the best. Here we go. Fire in the hole. Cool. And now kind of running into my sinks, and I probably should have put this on before I welded this one on, because I'm running into a little bit of resistance. Let's clean it up. Try not to get it in my eyeball. It burns when it goes into the eye because it's still pretty hot. But no pain, no gain. And when in doubt, you just throttle out. Well, that actually looks pretty good. I'm liking it. Okay, so you don't know what happened. That just looked like it was filled in the whole time. Here we go. And if you guys have any questions, I'll answer your questions. And I'll do it while I'm welding. That's why I put these in here, so I'm able to talk to you guys. Sometimes I talk to myself, not really, but I kind of like when I'm doing something. There's a lot of bees. The wasps are just horrible. But sometimes when I'm doing stuff like welding or painting, I lose focus. So if I talk myself through it, I have a better. Mountain Dew's good. Okay, what were we talking about? Oh, if I talk myself through it, then I can kind of remember what I'm doing and get a better weld. So, fast, I'll talk to y'all. Here we go. I'm running into this little hole right here, but let's see if we can get it filled up this time. Oh, I need. There, it's going. Now on both sides. Push the slag out. It's actually looking. My puddle's looking really good. I might be putting a little much in, but oh, come on, hurry, hurry. There we go. Sometimes I notice if I'm fast enough, I don't have to clean it. The problem with stick feed is you run out of welding rod. Man, that stuff's smoking. Let's clean this up. Oh, yeah. I think my chicken just laid an egg. Because it's like, bok, 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 bok. After I finish this up, I'll show you guys I have about 2 inches left. Once I get that up, I'll kind of show you how the fill went. I'm thinking we're getting kind of close. There's something that keeps falling on me. Matt, how you doing? I've been laying time. He is steady and slow, but I get you're trying to be fast. Actually, this is my slow speed. I'm trying to focus and go. Am I going? I might be going a little bit faster than I think. I try to slow down. I have a tendency to speed through things, so I try to slow down the weld a little bit, because he said slow and steady never wins the race. I mean, always wins the race. There we go. About 2 more inches. Now I'll show you this guy the weld. You guys the weld. I might have to do one more over the top of this, kind of bring it flush, and then I will focus on the bottom half a little bit more and get that welded in. And there we go. Okay, I'll clean this up real quick for y'all. I need to take this helmet off because it's pressing on my head pretty hard. Here we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do one more fell pass, but it actually filled up really nice. I think it's one of my best fills I've ever done. And I'm gonna have to put one more fill in. Yeah, this little hole right here is messing with me. Pop this off. There we go. Oh, I need to look back a little bit more. I think when I start my weld, I started a little too far forward, so I'm gonna have to start a little back a little bit more. So when my brother welds, he gets every single bit of slack out of this thing. My brother Matt, the bearded guy, and my other brother, I don't think he ever grinds. And me, I have no idea what I'm doing. They call me the farmer welder. Don't know what I'm doing, but I think I do. So, do you know what the difference between a welder and a farmer is? A welder doesn't believe he can farm. I told that to a welder once and he was not happy with me. Okay, I'll show you the guys. I probably should do one more because this still looks kind of ugly. But I'll show you guys. I've been kind of showing. So here's the fill. You can see we put quite a bit of welding rod. Here's that little dip I keep running into. So I think one more pass over the top of this and I'll be full. I need to put a fill rod right in here. And then weld that up. Down here, I'm going to clean this up. Probably put another fat bead along here. And then somehow I need to weld all this right here up. And then once I get that in, I'll weld that up. And hopefully it sticks. And I need to get a shorter bolt before I push this through. I need to get a shorter bolt so I don't. That'll probably still hold. I'm hoping 5 bolts is enough to hold 60 tons of pressure or whatever this wood splitter be pushing. Okay, let's put you back into the holder. I kind of like this right here better than up on the door. You guys can see a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to put another bead. Let's measure this. Yeah, we're 4.5. And we're 4 up here. We might be a little bit under 4, but that's okay. A lot of the wood over here, before it hits this, it's probably just going to clean it up. And I'm probably going to get a little bit of kindling off of this side. Probably what's going to happen. And it might not even be a full 4-inch. So that's okay. We'll make it work. And my 15 degrees, hopefully the 15 degrees is enough to have it go through and not get pinched. And then I have it 15 degrees going up. So when it goes through, it doesn't get pinched this way and doesn't get pinched this way. So I would say this is the front of the blade. I kind of want it facing out like this and then the top facing out like this. So the only pinch point we have in the wood is right here. And then it opens up. So the grain, when it presses, the grain can reopen because it flexes. And as soon as it cuts, it kind of swells open again and it can get pushed out. That's the plan. I'll be right back. Man, these bees are terrible. Where are you going, little wasp? I need to find all you guys' mess this winter. Ooh, there's some big ones there. Ooh. Okay, I'm back. So this is what you can buy the welding rod in, but it's just never enough for me. I I always have to buy the bigger ones. Mountain Dew for the win. I want to buy the thing I want to buy is a MIG welder. There's another welder at Harbor Freight. It is like 500 bucks, and it has stick, feed, TIG, MIG, everything. It's a really cool welder. Think about I need to save up some money and buy it. I think it would be a cool welder to have. But for right now, I'm stuck with this welder, which is a good welder. It's putting good down. It's putting some good beads down. The one welder I really want is a one of those big Lincoln, not Lincoln, yeah, Lincoln, the blue ones, Lincoln welders. They have a generator on them, and they have air at like 85 CFMs, so you can blow out stuff. It has the welder, it has everything. They're super nice, but those are like 15 grand, and I'm not a professional welder, so why buy a professional welder if you're not a professional welder? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put some more beads down, if that's what you call them. I think that's what you call them. She's looking good. Okay, here we go. I'll put another bead up here. Hopefully. Come on, baby. She's not. There we go. There we go. Come on. Stay lit. I don't know if you say stay lit, but I will. Stay lit. There's no problem. Uh-oh. I'm blowing a hole through it. I might have to just take this one a little bit slower. And that's better. My stick is getting pretty short. That's only stick. And then I have to clean it up because that leaves little pinholes if I don't. For some reason, this right here did not stick the best. Oh, it's stuck, but I couldn't get it all the way to the other side. Oh yeah. Now I thank you all for the advice. I do enjoy welding. I think once I learn and really get the hang of welding, it might get boring. But as of right now, it's actually that's a nice bead. You guys' advice really helps me. I kind of wish I could had a couple different angles. So I can't live stream with a setup with my Mac. I want to put a camera up in different spots so you have like 4 different angles but I'm not really technician, no, tech savvy, so I'm still learning that. I'm using YouTube. Uh, Geezer, I'm back, headed home. Those blades look well TBH. Oh yeah, we're on our number 3. This is -2. And then once I'm done with -2, I'm going to +1. And then I'll go to +2. Hopefully +2, I don't have to do what I did to -2. So keep welding. That's what, uh-oh. I'm running out of welding rod. I almost went through a pound. Okay, here we go. Keep welding. Hope for the best. Like it. Hold up. Is school already done? What's today? Wednesday? Yeah, time flies when you're having fun. This hole is still kind of bugging me, so I'm wondering if I should spend some more time and kind of try to fill up this hole right now. I just have to make sure I push all the slag out. Oh, come on, please no. There we go. I hate it when it dies on me, because I'm like, oh, come on, not again. And we're down another stick. Oh yeah, she's looking good. So I'm gonna try to get. I want to build a extension cord. I bought some cable for y'all, and I want to build an extension cord so I can get Wi-Fi on most of my property. And I bought a 10 gauge copper wire. I bought 1,000 foot of it, so I can run 2 strands out, hook up the Wi-Fi out in the field in my wood yard, so I can stream for you guys. So um, that's still in the making. I might make a video of building that. I'm not an electrician, but building an extension cord is pretty easy. Here, let's finish welding this. Bring it back a little bit farther because I usually tend not to do that. So. Oh, come on. Please no. Oh, come on. I'm probably going to have a pinhole there, but there you go. There's my trouble. You guys should have seen the first time I welded. I couldn't even keep this rod lit. It was bad. I almost gave up. No, I never give up. If I want something, I get it. I do it until I get it. I'm just happy that the rod's staying lit. The hardest problem with welding I've noticed is your back starts giving out on you. You're like, oh, I'm just going to weld this up real quick. And then 10 hours later, you're like, oh, oh yeah, that was a nice fill. I got this filled up, so now if I go and find a piece of steel to put up in there, and then fill up this, now start welding blade -2 on. I have names for these blades so I don't get them confused, because if I put it on the wrong side, then it will cut the wrong way, and I don't want to do that. So, yeah, I'll show you guys. If Daniel's still on, he might appreciate it, or if you guys been watching for the last couple minutes, we finally got it filled. So, here we go. I'll show you guys the fill. Here we go. And she is full. Now I'll put a rod right here and fill this in. So let me just look around for a bolt. I think I found a bolt. This bolt looks like it might work. There's another bigger bolt back in there. Oh, here's a bolt too. Oh, this is that's for the Cummins. I took the head studs out of, not head studs. Yeah, I took the head bolts out of my Cummins and put head studs in. But I'm thinking this one right here might fit in this gap a little bit better. Maybe I do need it bigger. Like, or maybe if I put it underneath here, I might put it right there. I can weld that up, hopefully. Or do I put it up top? This thing has a wall. Oops, sorry guys. Might find a bigger, stubbier bolt. Or a piece of steel. Might just weld that in there. And I have a little gap right there. But then, yeah, we might just weld that in, see how it looks. Ooh, but when the wood comes up here, it's when it, no, I don't want that. Where did I put the other bolt? Right here. I'm thinking about putting this guy in. It's a little bit smaller, and we can make it work. There you go. I'll flip you guys around. Put you on the holder. And see? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to tack this bolt in and kind of right about there. There, she's tacked in. So I'm going to kind of tack on this side right here. Weld that in. I'll go underneath, weld it up. So let's see what happens. And if I want to cut it off right here, I just use this, get it super hot, and melt it through. Let's see if it works. Booyah. Cut it off. There's the bolt. Oh! There's the bolt cut off right there. Now, I'm gonna weld that bolt in. I have a pretty good gap on each side, so it should be a good, it should have good connection. There we go. What time is it? It's almost 2? That's 1:30. Man, where has time gone? Okay, here we go. Welding the bolt in. Fire in the hole. I'm welding in the top half. Sometimes I forget I can talk to you still because I have these earbuds in, and I'm using the built-in mic, which is kind of cool. I can still talk while I weld, but when I talk, sometimes I lose focus. Okay, so I got the top half, bottom half welded in. We'll clean this up real quick. It's kind of looking rough, but guess what? Before it looks better, it looks worse. And it should have enough angle to where when the wood goes through here, it should be able to push up and pop and kind of not get too jammed into here. And I just might melt it down a little bit and get a good angle in here. That bottom weld did not stick, it did not go all the way up to it, so I'm going to have to do another weld on the bottom. I kind of wish you guys could see this a little bit better because I have to explain it to you. Okay, we'll do one more weld on the bottom of this. And fire in the hole. Now it's melting it in. That melted it in there pretty good. Okay. Now we got the blade tacked in, halfway welded in. Now we're going to go to trying to get this whole thing. Let's try to get most of this blade welded in. I'm going to do a pass them up here. That's hot. Down. Now I'll show you guys the progress. I have no idea how many welding rods I've used today, but we're doing it. Okay, here we go. Fire in the hole. Trying to fill in this gap right here. And I think it's, come on, getting there. I'm running into my hand on this other blade over here, so it's kind of a bit tricky, but we're going. A nice little weld toggle. I keep losing it. And then it's up to this bolt now. I'm trying to combine these two together. And there we go. Okay, so here we go. We got somewhat of a bead on here. Let that cool off. Now I'm gonna come. Yeah, you probably saw it pop out right here. Clean up this a little bit, and I'm gonna weld a bead along the bottom half right here. It looks pretty messy, but what we had to deal with is it's actually not too hot. Try to get all this slag out of there. And the nice thing about this, what's wrong with the mic? I don't know. Can you guys still hear me? It might be dead. You can still hear me? Good. Yeah, they're both in. Here we go. So now we're gonna put a weld. I turn this down so you guys don't have the chat in the way of the what is being welded, because the chat starts right about here for me and then goes down, and sometimes the word gets in the way. Here we go. Fire in the hole. Come on. Kind of a little hard welding at that angle, but the audio is messed up. It just sounds like you broke it with slag. Okay, I might have to go charge it. Here, 1 minute, geezer. Let me pop this out now. Here, I'll put the. It's probably dead. I'll put these to charge. Yeah, it's at 34%, and hopefully I didn't lose you guys too much. Sounds better. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, they were dying on you. Now we're using the mic off the phone. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, this blade took a little bit longer to put on than I was expecting. But such is life. When in doubt, throttle out. That's what we have to do in life. Are the blades sharp, or will you sharpen them after with a bench grinder? No, I've already got my angle on them. They're sharp enough to cut wood, hopefully. They're about a 30 degree angle. Just enough. I don't want it too sharp because then it'll just bend the thing. But I'm pretty sure these right here will cut. I still have to grind the top. I'm gonna have to grind the blade for the top still. I haven't done that. I did all these because I didn't know if you guys wanted to watch, and it's kind of boring to do. So I did that. What I might do, I might weld this up at a when I take the whole blade off and flip it over. I might finish welding that up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little bit more beads on the inside, because when I start doing the top blade, it is going to be a lot harder to get in here. So I'm gonna do that right now. Come on. Another stick going. Clean that up. Actually, I could move you guys. What I'll do is I'll move you guys over to this side. I kind of don't want to put the phone on the thing I'm welding, because I don't know if it's going to shorten the phone or not. But what we'll do is we'll kind of bring you over here. See if I can get a better angle at what I'm doing. Where am I welding at? Right here. I'm gonna turn you guys down just a tad. That kind of blocking back there, but you kind of see right here. Let me know if you like the other. Let me know if you like the other spot better. Okay, here we go, another weld. Fire in the hole. Ooh, it's popping up. Oh yeah, look at this. This makes me happy. This is my biggest slag pop-up I've had. Look at that. Yeah. Thank you. All because of you. That one got a little stuck. Oh, that popped up nice. Oh yeah. Tune that down just a tad bit more for y'all. There we go. Okay. Time to put another bead in. There she is. Hey, Kaidi Henderson. How you doing, bud? We are welding this up. We're on our third blade over here. We had quite a bit of welding we had to do to fill this in. But we finally got the gap filled. So now we're welding on this blade right here. I don't know how to weld that good, so I'm taking advice from you guys. And so far, you guys have given me pretty good advice. So I appreciate that. Now I'm going to weld a bead up from here, up there. So here we go. Fire in the hole. I think I stayed in a spot too much. Well, guys, I'll be right back. Go get some water. And we're back. Got some slag pinched down in here. Hi, Nolans. How you doing? We're getting this thing welded up. This is our third blade today. And we're almost done with it. So, a couple more welds and then we start on the other side. How about you? I'm doing pretty good. Living life, I guess. And that's not good. Uh-oh. We welded too much on this side. Oh, bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. See if we can bend it out. Maybe. Nope. I'm gonna have to heat that up. Or maybe I need to just weld on this side more. What job are you doing? I am doing a wood splitter, welding up this wood splitter. And I just, on accident, the bottom's good, but the top's off by 1/4 of an inch. So that's not bueno. I might just have to heat that up. That's not good at all. Why is, oh, what? This one's off too. Ah. Cover your ears. Guess what, man? I'm going to welding this weekend. I'm going to a welding this weekend. Oh yeah. Dude, I need to take a welding class. Yeah, this one's really far off. That's not going to matter too much, I don't think. If it's off, that's just a bummer. I wonder. Yeah. This top. I'll come in here, heat it up, and kind of bend. I am 3/16 of an inch off. All right, dude, I'm going to be right back. Okay, see you in a bit. So what I might do is weld a little bit on this side, heat it up, put some weight right here, and get it to kind of pull it that way. So I need to find a way to put some weight on this side. Pull that out of the way so it doesn't drop. This ain't gonna work. So, let's see if this works. It's slipping out of my hands. Just something to hold, put some weight on this side. There we go. We got some weight over here now. And then I'm gonna weld up right here, and hopefully as it gets warmed, it pulls it 3/16 of an inch. Do some work, y'all, LOL. Who's doing work? He's doing his work. Oh yes. Trying to figure out as I go. So this thing's off a little bit, so I put some weight on this side. So when I weld up over here, the weight of this thing will kind of pull it, because I am 3/16 of an inch off. So I'm hopefully a little bit of heat Well, boom. Hopefully it doesn't fall on my head. Here we go. Tell me if you see it go. Boom. Oh, I probably should move you guys over to this side. Here, I'll do that real quick. I'm gonna move you guys to the other side so you can see the welding a little bit better. But not too close because I welded my screen the other day. My screen protector. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Oops. I should not have moved y'all. Oops. Okay. Yo, 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 what's up? I'm trying to move you guys so you guys have a better view. And I am failing at it. There we go. So, there we go. Can you see? Yep, I'm welding right along here. We might move you guys just a tad bit that way. Come on. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay. So what I got here, I got a weight right here. Can you see it on there? Yes. This weight's on here, so when I weld on here, it kind of like pulls it all down. That's the plan. So, we're going to start welding again. And hopefully get that thing hot on this side. Thanks for the likes, guys. Got 18 likes. Thumbs up. I like likes. Here we go. Iron hole. I might have to turn down my temp. My eyes. I might have to turn down my temp just a tad bit because I'm losing my puddle. Oh, this is some rough looking. I went way too far out on that. Okay, let's do the measurement now and see if my idea worked. Oh, we are 2/16 of an inch off. A little bit more heat, and that puppy will bring right back up. That's not bad, 2/16 of an inch. Back here is good now. Wait, no, we're about 2/16 of an inch off. So here we go. We're gonna weld a little bit more. I'm gonna turn down the temp just a tad. I'm gonna turn down the temp to keep my bubble up in there. My bubble, geez, my pool. And let's go again. Okay, let's clean this up. Let's measure the top of this. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to speed up the process just a little bit faster. So I'm going to get my rosebud. And we're going to come in here. We're going to come in here, heat this up, and try to get that to push down a little bit more. Let's take off that. Oh, come on, Bill. Okay. The rosebud is pretty nice because it gets hot fast. Okay, here we go. Here we go, boys. Tell me if you see I start bending. Let's see here. I've been working, talking. think I saw it move a little bit. Okay, that moved out quite a bit. I kind of want to move this side. There we go. Got some pressure on there. Six-eighths of an inch left. Okay, guys. I need to go do some other stuff real quick. I'll probably be back out here in an hour or so. So I'll see you guys later. Let me see. Thanks for watching the live stream.